I'm Nehemie and I am the Family and Program Director for Horizons. I am so happy that you are joining us tonight for the read aloud that we have. These have been really special to us, and we've been having such a great time putting on these videos and getting to be in our pajamas and hanging out with you all, even if it's just for a little bit, to let you know, to all of our students and anybody who's watching, that we're really thinking about you. So tonight I have the pleasure of reading this book that I really enjoy. It's called The Smallest Girl in the Smallest Grade. This book is really about being compassionate and kind, standing up for what you believe in, and just really being brave. And I think it was a very gentle reminder for me when I was trying to think about what book to read, that sometimes, even in the hardest of times, we need to remember to be brave and sometimes have to make a decision to stand up for something that we believe in, even when the rest of the world isn't necessarily listening. So I hope you enjoy it, and thanks again for tuning in.
The Smallest Girl in the Smallest Grade, written by Justin Roberts, illustrated by Christian Robinson. Hardly anyone noticed young Sally McCabe. She was the smallest girl in the smallest grade. Sure, her name could be heard in the daily roll call, and she marched with her books down the same school hall. But hardly anyone noticed young Sally McCabe, and they certainly didn't know, or at least didn't mention, that Sally was paying super extra special attention. To the abandoned kite with the tangled string, to the 27 keys on the janitor's ring, to the leaves as they turned green to gold in the fall, to the time Tommy Torino was tripped in the hall. She watched as the wildflowers tipped toward the light and heard the howl of a hound dog late one night. She was there when the stray cats who normally fought conducted a meeting in the church parking lot. She saw Kevin McCowan get pushed off a slide, and on the oncoming tears that he wanted to hide. And she'll never forget that parent-teacher day when Billy's much larger father suddenly dragged him away. But through all the mean words and all the cold stares, no one even noticed that Sally was there. And they certainly didn't know, or at least didn't mention, that Sally was paying super extra special attention. She'd seen how a whisper could make someone cower, like a bulldozer crushing through fields of wildflowers, and it kept piling up this discarded debris, those beautiful kites tangled in trees. So on February 3rd at 11:29, Sally stepped straight out of the lunchroom line. She said, "I'm tired of seeing this terrible stuff. Stop hurting each other. This is enough." Now a few laughed out loud, or didn't care, that there was some girl with her hand in the air. But then something super extra special happened that day, as Howard or Henry suddenly set down his tray. Like waves rolling in, one after another, first Molly rose up, then Michael's twin brother. It was Tyrone and Terrence, then Amanda and Paul, who pushed out their chairs and stretched their arms tall. From the friendly lunch lady with the dishes she carted, to that new third-grade teacher who had only recently started. Yes, everyone there, even Principal Claire, had joined little Sally with their fingers in the air. And though hound dogs were destined to howl at night, and most stray cat meetings would end up as fights, and kites would continue to get stuck in trees, they all felt for a moment like the janitor's keys, fastened together with a heavy steel ring that held all the secrets to unlock everything. As the world returned to the way that it was, Sally noticed the difference, as she usually does, when Billy paused briefly to open the door for Mrs. O'Connell and 17 more, or when Molly scooched over to make some space on the coral riser for Ellen and Grace. These moments that often get taken for granted, a wildflower appearing that no one had planted. The swing soon resumed their rhythm and sway, and day turned to night and night turned to day. People remembered and would quite often mention that Sally had been paying super extra special attention, and how the world could transform and change could be made by the smallest girl in the smallest grade. The end.
Thank you again for joining in and listening to me read The Smallest Girl in the Smallest Grade. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have a great night, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow night at 7:30, same time, same place. Have a great evening. Bye.